Well, we have some more information about the Oklahoma City shooting that left three dead. Uh, and it turns out one of those three was actually the president of one of the clubs. So we're going to talk about that. And also we're going to talk about something else too. And it's something that happens every time the news media gets any kind of a story like this. What they do is they go and dig into your social media pages, and if you've put questionable or crazy or uh, any kind of image up there that will paint you in a negative light, well, when they start talking that motorcycle gang business, up comes those pictures posted on your social media account. And we're going to look at it in this story, and you'll see exactly what the heck I'm talking about. So, we're going to get on this story. Uh got to get to the right there we go. So we're going to get to this story right after this. Howdy, folks. I can't wait until I actually have a real live audience, so I don't have to have the fake stuff. But until then, it is what it is. Anyway, welcome to the show. I'm Black Dragon. This is Black Dragon Biker TV, and as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. I just thought I would play with my new machine. That was that's all. Anyway, hey man, hey. Some not so great news. Of course, we all remember the shooting that has happened a couple days ago, and it's still all over the news out there. Today's story. Let me have let me have them share this screen with you. Uh, this screen here. Yeah, go ahead and share that. Boom. All right. So the Oklahoma City outlaw biker boss who was jumped and killed. This happened nearly a year to the day after he was arrested for a Texas gunfight. So that's interesting as this story goes. Um, one of the six people shot in the Oklahoma City Saloon. It's the bar, I think, is named Saloon, but in an Oklahoma saloon. So they're calling it a saloon. That's interesting. And I believe the name of it was Saloon. So, I mean, I'm from Oklahoma. We don't call bars saloons anymore. But okay, I'll go with it. So, one of the six people shot in an Oklahoma saloon over the weekend was the chapter president of an outlaw motorcycle club who had been involved in another gunfight with the same, uh, we like to say motorcycle club, almost exactly a year earlier, but they said gang. So they were in a gunfight with another MC almost, the same MC, almost exactly a year ago to the date. Eric Oberholzer, the suspected leader of the Homietos Motorcycle Club in Oklahoma City, was among 3 men who died. I want to say, unfortunately, died so young in a clash of multiple gangs. They say multiple, maybe multiple motorcycle clubs. I'm not sure, but they say multiple gangs at the Whiskey Barrel Saloon. So the name of it is Saloon, as well as them calling it a saloon. Very interesting. In Oklahoma City, according to authorities, and this happened at the Whiskey Barrel Saloon on Saturday, two other fatalities, two other fatalities involve suspected Banditos members or members of an affiliated group. The Banditos have long been on law enforcement's radar. The Justice Department says the Banditos describe themselves as outlaws. The group has an international presence with chapters in North America and Europe. The Homietos, the article goes on to say, is a lesser known organization. They have been involved in several incidents of public violence in recent years. So, for my listening audience, here's a picture. And it's some guys on motorcycles. And underneath is the caption, Eric Oberholzer was one of 3 men killed Saturday in Oklahoma City shooting involving several biker gangs, police said. And this right here, they say they got this picture off of his Facebook account. And this is just a cool picture of guys on motorcycles. So I want you guys to be thinking, especially you guys that are in outlaw motorcycle clubs. It used to be when social media first started that they didn't put, you would never see outlaws put a whole lot of pictures of them in their outlaw regalia on social media. The younger guys are coming in the club and they are not getting that. So I want you to notice as we go along, my viewing audience, as we go along, and I'll be keying my listening audience in, I want you to notice the kinds of pictures they're getting off of the internet. And this is the stuff that they're going to be putting up of you guys whenever you run into trouble. Let's keep that in mind as we go through. Police in Texas arrested Oberholzer and 2 other alleged Homieto members after another shootout on Interstate 45 in Madisonville after they were accused of opening fire on a group of Banditos members near an on-ramp. Madisonville police tell Fox News Digital that on April 2nd, 2022, so it's almost, a year ago, almost a year to the day, an altercation began with a verbal argument between a group of 8 Homietos and 4 people who either belonged to the Banditos or an aligned MC at a store on East Main Street. While there was no violence in the initial confrontation, the Homietos group on motorcycles and accompanied by a black car drove across the street and shot at the Banditos in the parking lot, according to police. Multiple bystanders told investigators they hit the ground for cover as bullets ricocheted around them. While there were no serious injuries, at least 1 shot struck a Banditos motorcycle, and police found a bullet hole in a car parked more than 400 yards away. Deputies in neighboring Leon County arrested Oberholzer and another suspected member in a black car, Christopher Holt. For the listening audience, then they have pictures of the guys that were arrested. I don't know if these are, I guess these are these actual, I think a couple of these pictures are actual inmate pictures, maybe, mugshots. I forget, I'm from Oklahoma. Are they wearing like black and white with prison stripe uniforms? Is that what they're doing still? Damn. Boy, they're still in the dark ages in Oklahoma. That's why I got out that place, man. Because, Oklahoma will kill you Like Texas, Oklahoma will put your ass in an electric chair or something in a heartbeat. They're really medieval there. They got these guys walking around in really prison stripe. That's crazy. Anyway, a state trooper separately tried to pull over a guy by the name of Mahir uh, Aloshevich, Dishik, something like that, who allegedly sped off for roughly 80 miles before his capture in Navarro County. Alo- Alihodisic, oh my God, I'm killing that name, belonged to the club's Kansas City chapter, authorities alleged, and he was photographed wearing club patches after the chase. Police collected dozens of 9mm bullet casings from the scene and one more from the suspect's car. They said ballistics testing later found a match between guns in Oberholzer's car and the shells at the scene. Results had not yet come back on a third firearm. Texas police charged all three men with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and a count of engaging in organized criminal activity. Oberholzer faced an additional charge of directing activities of a criminal street gang as the chapter president, police said. You know, I didn't even know that was a charge. Now they got a charge for being the president? Damn. That's crazy. There's a being the president charge called directing. Huh. Just so you guys know that's there. That's a that's a charge. Wow. Directing activities of criminal street gang. There it is, right there. As the president, the police said. They likened the additional count to a state level racketeering charge. So there you go. Directing activities of a criminal street gang is the same thing as a state level racketeering charge. And I guess it carries the same penalty. With the Texas investigation ongoing, Oberholzer and suspected fellow Homieto, Tyler Myers, were seen on surveillance video speaking with a group of apparent banditos. They don't know that. They just said apparent banditos. Members near a patio entrance at the Whiskey Barrel around 11 p.m. The Whiskey Barrel Saloon in Oklahoma City. This happened Saturday, according to an Oklahoma affidavit obtained by Fox News Digital, which they will show here. Now, for my listening audience, we're back to another picture. This was taken from Tyler Myers' Facebook page. And it's got a child whose face they blurred out. One might suspect that might be one of his own children. Oklahoma City shooting suspect. Now, so we're reading the caption. Oklahoma City shooting suspect Tyler Myers wears a 1%er pendant on a Facebook photo. Guys, so you see what they do with this. They go to your Facebook and, boy, they get your 1%er pendant. He was one of 6 people shot in a biker gang-related shootout over the weekend, according to authorities, and faces charges of first-degree murder. So they're going to use that pendant to tie all this stuff together, and there will be, probably one of these kind of directing activities of a criminal streak. All this stuff they tie together. This comes from your own Facebook page. Go take that stuff off y'all's Facebook pages, man. Go take that stuff down. Anything that somebody is going to use to portray you in a negative light, go take that down. The Wayback Machine can find anything. So for some of you guys who've already put this up, there might not be but take it down. Take it down. This is what the news people are going to do. They've done it to me in my own motorcycle club. I used it actually to my benefit when I had a president murdered in San Diego. This was like 2011. It's when I first realized that these guys go directly to your Facebook page. So I started putting out articles and statements on my Facebook page to my brothers and sisters in the club. But I realized correctly that they would take those same statements and used those statements in their articles as though they had actually questioned me. Leader of the biker gang, Black Sabbath, Black Dragon, said, and they wrote it like I had actually been in a conversation with them. Realizing that, I was able to manipulate the stories the way I wanted them to go rather than the way they wanted them to go. And I tell all about that whole thing and how I was able to use the worldwide media. They were reporting this stuff in Hong Kong, for Christ's sake. Biker gang leader murdered on doorstep of motorcycle club was the headline. But inside the writing was my stuff because they were copying it off my page. So I wrote stuff like 42-year-old motorcycle club with no criminal background, blah, 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 blah. And so the story never read like the headline because we control the narrative. I wrote all about this in my book, Public Relations Officer's Bible, How to Handle Public Relations. And that's when I learned in 2011 that they do this kind of stuff. They go to your page, they get your picture. Tyler Myers wears a 1% pendant. He was one of 6 people. Yeah, that's what they do. They get this from you guys. Don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. Use Facebook and social media not to intimidate and scare people. Like a lot of us, our colors just, they mean everything to us, and we're so proud to be this and we're so proud to be that. And we post it like self-sentinels. We post it like self-sentinels to, and we're sentineling on our own selves. So anyway, Oberholzer and Myers walked away. Okay, so let's catch back up. So they had video, surveillance video on the patio. And what they're going to talk about now is what happened in that video. And I've been told there's a lot of video floating around out there. Nobody sent me any yet. But this comes from this, and I wasn't able to find the surveillance video. So they're going to explain what they saw on it. So according to the surveillance video, Myers was seen speaking with a group of apparent Banditos members near a patio entrance at the Whiskey Barrel around 11 p.m. Saturday, according to an Oklahoma affidavit. Oberholzer and Myers walked away, followed by 7 men wearing Banditos or support insignia, according to the documents. One of those 7 men rushed Myers and hit him in the head from behind. Now, what we have right here is, for my listening audience, is we have a picture of the affidavit that explains everything that went on. So we might get back to that, but this story is going to explain it too. Myers tried to hold the group at bay with a chair. So what happened? One of the 7 men rushed Myers and hit him in the head from behind. So we could imagine the back of the head. Myers tried to hold the group at bay with a bar chair, according to the affidavit, and then allegedly pulled out a gun, causing people to back up and many patrons in the bar to panic. At the same time, Oberholzer was seen on video fighting with rival biker Francisco Tanahara. Oberholzer shot at Tanahara. An unidentified man shot at Oberholzer, and somehow the unidentified shooter wound up on the floor. So our next graphic here, the caption is, alleged biker gang member Tyler Myers was arrested after being released from the hospital in connection with a shootout at the Whiskey Barrel Saloon in Oklahoma City. And I believe he was charged with murder, if I remember right. Myers, the guy who had been hit in the back of the head and had now pulled out his gun, who also sustained a gunshot wound in the fight, ran to the door, turned back, and allegedly shot at the unidentified man who rolled over in a puddle of blood. The unidentified man was later pronounced dead at the scene, along with Oberholzer and Tanahara, if that's how you say his name. Myers and two others were injured, Clayton Owens, 36, and Felicia Wallace, 35. A Facebook profile under Owens' name includes an image of a man wearing a patch on his vest that says, "I support Banditos MC." So again, another Facebook profile. And that's what they're going to be taking to court. I support Banditos MC. Police have not alleged his involvement in the violence, and he had not been charged with a crime as of Wednesday. They did arrest Myers on a charge of first-degree murder after his release from the hospital. He's being held without bail at an Oklahoma City detention center. And here's another picture that they have with a guy with a gun pointed to his own head. And it says underneath it, Eric Oberholzer was the Oklahoma City president of the Homietos Motorcycle Club. According to police in Texas, who were investigating him in connection with a shooting off Interstate 45 before he was killed in a barroom fight. Again, they say they got this off his Facebook page. So, you know, this looks crazy. So try to keep incriminating pictures and pictures that would paint you in a negative light for somebody that would want to do that. Try to keep that off Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and Marco Polo and Twitch, LinkedIn, and TikTok, if you could. Instagram too. Mike Ball says the problem with social media, I got to find it disappeared already. The problem with social media is even if you're off of it, people could take a picture of you and post it. And this is why, for some of you who don't know, this is why one percenters and outlaw motorcycle clubs don't want you shooting pictures inside their clubhouse. And just for a point of order here, if you're ever in anybody's motorcycle clubhouse, ask permission before you take a picture. I've got many pictures with one percenters. You can believe I asked every time. Or they asked me, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" Are you sure you want? Oh, no, man, it's cool. But stay away from pictures that are going to paint you in a negative light, because everything you say, everything you post can and will be used against you. In addition to the deadly clash in Oklahoma over the weekend, members have been arrested in connection with a bar brawl in Florida Keys and a convenience store shooting in Corpus Christi, Texas, according to court documents. Another member was convicted in 2020 on a federal firearms and methamphetamine distribution charge after selling drugs to an undercover ATF agent, according to court documents. Madisonville police are still investigating the 2022 shooting and are asking anyone with information to come forward. In the deadly Oklahoma City shootout, police said additional charges are possible and are asking anyone with information to call their tip line. Here is the affidavit. And basically, it says on Saturday, April the 1st, wish this was a April Fool's joke. Unfortunately, it's not. At approximately 20:57 hours, so that's 8:57 p.m. I can't believe I still remember that from my military days. The Oklahoma City Police Department received a 911 call to ADW at 4120 Newcastle Road, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Comments on the call indicated someone had been shot inside the bar and was deceased. When officers arrived on the scene was secured. There were three deceased victims with wounds consistent with homicide, although they spelled it homicides. There were three other victims that were transported to the hospital for injuries. The homicide victims were Francisco Tanahara, Eric Oberholzer, and a third identified male. One of the victims transported to the hospital was A.R. Tyler Myers. Video surveillance was obtained from the business and was later reviewed. The video showed the following, and he swore this out, whoever this was, police department, and this is the story that we read. I don't know why Tyler was charged with murder if he was followed by seven guys and they started attacking him. That's interesting, but these are the things you don't know. This is they say Tyler and Eric were seen going back into the bar, followed by seven individuals wearing banditos support uh, stuff insignia. Once inside the bar, the unidentified male rushes behind Tyler and strikes him in the head, causing him to fall to the ground. Now that's new. I hadn't read that part. So he got struck, fell to the ground. The other men began to walk towards Tyler, who was able to get them away from him with a chair from the dining room. Tyler pulls a gun from his hip, which causes several people to back up and many patrons in the bar to panic. While Tyler is engaged with these males, Eric gets into a physical altercation with a male, Francisco, that turns deadly. Eric begins shooting Francisco, and it is believed he struck him with gunfire. As Eric is engaged with Francisco and the unidentified male, another male begins shooting at Eric. It is believed that he struck Eric based on Eric falling to the ground after the male fired in his direction. Tyler continues to engage the unidentified male by walking closer to him as he is crawling on the ground. Tyler then quickly runs off before re-engaging from the patio door and shooting towards the direction of the unidentified male. When Tyler does this, the unidentified male moves quickly towards the chairs on the ground before blood can be seen next to him. The male then rolls over and does not move much after that. The male was pronounced deceased at the scene. The male was found to have a gunshot wound to the upper chest area. Okay, so now it's more clear when you read the actual affidavit. During the shooting, Tyler was shot and injured, requiring medical treatment at the local hospital. So that is a little bit, isn't that a little different than what the explanation from the newspaper was? Which is why you just can't trust everything you read. Interesting. So that's what we know as reported. Reported. That's what we know from what we've read, which to me seems slightly different, just a little bit different than the account in the paper. I didn't remember reading that when Tyler was hit in the back of the head that he fell over. Let me go look for that. Maybe I missed that. Maybe I'm Oberholzer was followed by seven men. One rushed him and hit him in the head from behind. He tried to hold the group at bay with a chair. It never even mentions that he fell to the ground. It never mentions that one guy was crawling on his knees when he went up to him. None of that. Wow. Got to read this stuff, huh? Anyway. Too young. All them guys are too young. They're grown men. I was a grown man at that age. I was in the military. But they're too young to not be here anymore. And somebody is going to miss those people. It's going to miss them severely. And that we hope. And this stems from, I mean, this has been ongoing, obviously. So what's making it on go? And what can get it stopped? A year ago to the day, almost a year ago to the day, almost a year, like a day off, they were shooting at each other before. And one of my brothers, Patriot X, in my motorcycle club says, we got the government after us. And we're getting ready to do a show after this one. It's going to be my first Think Tactical in a long time. So we're going to be doing Think Tactical live after this one. And I'll have my brother, my club brother on, and my producer on. And we're going to get back to doing our Think Tactical stuff. But he said, my brother said, we have so much going against us. If we could get together, we would we yeah, we got the UN coming after us and all kind of stuff. So it's going to be um, really great if we could all get together. Get off that. Hey, some people have been sending me messages telling me that my sound is not good with my new system. That my sound is worse than ever. So I'm trying to get this thing dialed in. So tell me how the sound is today. Is it any better? If the sound is any better, please let me know. So we're going to go to my Think Tactical page, and I think we're going to try to stream live from Think Tactical. If it'll let us, if I have enough subscribers, I think I do, to be able to go live from Think Tactical. And so Think Tactical, you will find Tactical is I'm going to pull this up for you guys so you can see it. Think Tactical looks like this. It's a little scope with Think Tactical in it. Oh yeah, I got 520 subscribers. So yeah, go over there and subscribe for me. This is Think Tactical. Here we're going to start doing our Think Tacticals again. And of course, Think Tacticals is how to keep yourself and your family alive during bad times, surviving criminals and opportunists in today's trying times, as well as protecting the safety of your family and community. Requires a specific mindset. You must acquire the skills, training, and thought processes that will keep you one step ahead of the chaos, so that no matter what, you and yours will survive. Think Tactical is a podcast designed to teach you how to ensure the survival of your family unit. Brought to you by Bob Stingray Coleman, Coach Myron Petro, and John E. Black Dragon Bunch II. We started it January 22nd, 2019. So far, we've had 6,334 views, and you can see we haven't been on it like we should, but we're going to be back on it. Today, we're going to have two special guests right after this show, and we're going to do our Think Tactical show today. And one of the things that we talked about was if the motorcycle clubs could come together, especially facing the daunting challenges that we're facing. China acting a damn fool, Russia acting a damn fool, getting challenged on every plane. We really need to be coming together. Anyway, keep that craziness off social media. Keep the craziness off social media. It's not the place to have anything up that can be used against you later to make you look bad, to make you look like some kind of ne'er-do-well to society, or to be used against you in a court of law in a negative way. All right. That's it, man. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Does that make sense? And make sure to get our books, the Social Club, or no, the Prospects Bible, Sergeant at Arms Bible, President's Bible, Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs, and Public Relations Officers Bible, all on Amazon, Kindle, or you can get copies at blackdragonsgear.com, including your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Join our daily podcast, The Dragon's Lair Motorcycle Chaos. You can get the Dragon's Lair, Motorcycle Chaos, wherever you get podcasts. Also, Think Tactical is a podcast you can get as well. And please join us on our Discord link in the description box below. And if you need to get in touch with me, it's Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com. And if you need to call me in the studio, the number is 404-692-0336. Brings me right here in the studio. And yes, I do answer my phone. So, anyway, my friends, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. I'd love to hear your 2 cents in the comments section below. And I'm serious now. I'm serious. I'm getting ready to lose 100 pounds. 100 pounds. Yes, sir. 100 pounds. I need to do an audible for all of them. I don't know how to do an audible. Hey, Mike Ball, hit me up, man. I need to know that information. All right, y'all. Take care and have a great day. That was fun. That was really fun. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.